Aman and Kutoka. You peace from above. How y'all doing? Jambo, hello, Kiswahili. Welcome to Blacks, BLAX, Black BLACK TV, where I expound upon our foreparents, past, future, and the elements and the aspects of life which occurred during their time, during our time, during the times. Now, today I'm reading what everybody keep talking about. They don't understand. Let's Make a Slave by Willie Lynch. Let's Make a Slave by Willie Lynch. The origin and development of a social being called the Negro. One more time. The following information is considered offensive. Let us make a slave. What do we need? First of all, we need a black Nick, 1, 2, 3, man, a pregnant Nick, 1, 2, 3, woman, and her baby Nick, 1, 2, 3, boy. Second, we will use the same basic principle that we use in breaking a horse, combined with some more sustaining factors. We reduce them from their natural state in nature, whereas nature provides them with the natural capacity to take care of their needs and the needs of their offspring. We break that in natural string of independence from them and thereby create a dependency state so that we may be able to get from them useful production for our business and pleasure. Cardinal principle for making a Negro, for fear that our future generations may not understand the principle of breaking both horse and men. Let me say it again. May not understand the principle of breaking both horses and men. We lay down the art for if we are to sustain our basic economy, we must break both of the beasts together, the and the horse. We understand that short range planning is economic results in periodic economic chaos, so that to avoid turmoil in the economy, it requires us to have breadth and depth in long range comprehensive planning, articulating both skill and sharp perception. We lay down the following principles for long range comprehensive economic planning. Number one, both horse and the earth are no good to the economy in the wild or natural state. Number two, both must be broken and tied together for orderly production. Number three, for orderly futures, special and particular attention must be paid to the female and the youngest offspring. Particular attention must be paid to the female. Number four, both must be crossbred to produce a variety and division of labor. Number five, both must be taught to respond to a particular new language. Number six, psychological and physical instructions of containment must be created for both. We hold the above six cardinals and truths to be self-evident based upon following discourse concerning the economics of breaking and tying the horse and the earth together, all inclusive of the six principles laid down above. Note, neither principles alone will suffice for good economics. All principles must be employed for the orderly good of the nation. Let me lay this down again. Let me show principle three. For orderly futures, special and particular attention must be paid to the female and the youngest offspring. Pay close attention to that and look at outside as to how they represent as black men with women. When you look at TV, you got women who represent the black man. When they make a movie, they made the movie Denzel, the Equalizer. He did the sequel. So when they turned around and put it on TV, who did they put in Denzel's place? Excuse me. They didn't put a young black man in Denzel's place. They put a female in Denzel's place. They got Queen Latifah on TV playing The Equalizer. Why they didn't make a young black man? Exactly. One more time. Pay particular attention to the females. Accordingly, both a wild horse and a wild or natural mare is dangerous even if captured, for they will have the tendency to seek their customary freedom, and in doing so might kill you in your sleep. You cannot rest. They sleep while you are awake and are awake while you are asleep. They are dangerous near the family house, and it requires too much labor to wash them away from the house. Above all, you cannot get them to work in this natural state. Hence, both the horse and the earth must be broken. That is, break them from one form of mental life to another. Keep the body and take the mind. In other words, break the will to resist. Now, the breaking process is the same for the horse and the earth, only slightly varying in degree. But as we said before, you must keep your eye focused on the female and the offspring of the horse and the neck. 1, 2, 3. A brief discourse in offspring development will shed light on the key to sound economic principle. Pay little attention to the generation of original breaking, but concentrate on future generation. Therefore, if you break the female, she will break the offspring in its early years of development. And when the offspring is old enough to work, she will deliver it up to you. For her normal, I'm going to say again, for her normal female protective tendencies will have been lost in the original breaking process. For example, take the case of the wild stud horse, a female horse and an already infant horse, and compare the breaking process with two captured males in their natural state, a pregnant woman with her infant offspring. Take the stud horse breaking for limited containment. Completely break the female horse until she becomes very gentle, whereas you or anybody can ride her in comfort. Breed the male Breed the mare until you have the desired offspring. Then you can turn the stud to freedom until you need him again. Train the female horse, whereupon she will eat out your hand, and she will train the infant horse to eat out your hand also. When it comes to breaking the uncivilized earth, use the same process but vary degree and step up the pressure so as to do a complete reversal of the mind. Take the meanest and most restless Nick, 1, 2, 3, strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining Nick, 1, 2, 3, the female and the Nick, 1, 2, 3, infant, tar and feather him, tie each leg to a different horse faced in opposite directions, set him on fire, and beat both horses to pull them apart in front of the remaining Nick, 1, 2, 3, The next step is to take a bullwhip and beat the remaining Nick, 1, 2, 3, male to the point of death in front of the female and the infant. Don't kill him, but put the fear of God in him, for he can be useful for future breeding. One more time. Did you hear what they just said? You take the meanest and the most restless. I don't think you heard what he said. He said, you take the meanest and the most restless. I don't think you heard what he said. You take the meanest and the most restless, the one he dares not to disrespect. He wouldn't go up to him. But you take the meanest and the most restless, strip him, tar and feather him, and put him in front of the woman and her child. One more time. One more time. You put him, the one who nobody played with. That's who they killed. That's who they ripped apart. That's who they set on fire. That's the one who, when they went up to him, they spoke to him with sense because he didn't play. He would do what you asked him to do. But if you go out there calling to yourself to tell him what to do, oh, no, 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 no. That was a no-no. That's the one who they killed in front of her while she's standing there holding her baby boy. Now, the other one, the next step is to take a bullwhip and beat the remaining male to the point of death. in front of the female and the infant. Don't kill it. Put the fear of God in it. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Jesus. Put the fear of God in. Oh Lord, oh Jesus. Even though I'm looking at it, Jay, oh Jesus, oh Lord, oh Master, oh King, oh Jesus, oh Master, oh King. Put the fear of God in him. So that when he look at Jesus, he got the fear of God in him. Even though he don't look nothing like him, he look just like the guy who just got through killing the real man. Excuse me. But you understand? Y'all gonna do what? Teach your baby about Jesus, Lord, Master King, the white guy who killed, who exposed, who who X the real man out of this world. One more time. Do you understand the brutality of doing that? And then you're making everybody watch. And that woman is now faced with the concept. If I teach my baby to be a man, they're going to kill him. Because I see what they do to real men. But the other one, the one they bull whipped, they didn't kill him. And he loved their God. So I'm going to teach my baby to love their God. Because I don't want to see my baby die. I want my baby to live. Because that's my job, to protect my baby. So my baby is going to be trained by me from a baby. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Don't matter that you see Jay. Don't matter that you see Imanuel. It don't matter that you see feet upon his golden hair, the wolf of lamb, and that's what you fit. It still ain't pertaining to you because mama say no. Oh, my mama, oh, my mama, oh, my mama, oh, my mama. My mother, who Go gave to me at the age of 75, never once. I'm going to say again, Go gave me my mother at the age of 75, and she never once said Jesus to me. Never once. Never once. He let me get her at the age of 75, and I kept her till she was 92, and she never once told me I need no Jesus. One more time. My connection is from above. I keep trying to tell people, but they act like I'm making stuff up. Oh, the Willie Lynch letter, it ain't real. It ain't real. It ain't real. But every time you see something that a man create, what did they turn around and do? Look what they did to Will Smith in Men in Black. Look at the last Men in Black. There was the white guy and a black female taking Will's place. Excuse me. So it ain't about Will slapped Chris Rock. This was before Will slapped Chris Rock. Excuse me. This wasn't no, we gonna punish you for slapping Chris Rock. No, this was before he slapped Chris Rock. So one more time. They took this man's role and gave it to a what? A black female. One more time. One more time. One more time. I can't raise my son up to say no to their God, to their God. Ow, glory. They're going to kill my baby. Okay. All right. So it's up to us, the men, to understand. Mama ain't wrong for what she's doing. She's right for what she's doing. She want to protect her baby. But it's up to us as the men to tell her, can't allow that no more, mama. Can't allow that no more. The breaking process of the woman take the female and run a series of tests on her to see if she will submit to your desires willingly. Test her in every way because she is the most important factor for good economics. If she shows any signs of resistance in submitting completely to your will, do not hesitate to use the bullwhip on her to extract that last bit of bitch out of her. Take care not to kill her, for in doing so you spoil good economics. When in complete submission, she will train her offspring in the early years to submit to labor when they become of age. Understanding is the best thing. Therefore, we shall go deeper into this area and the subject matter concerning what we have produced here in this breaking of the female Enigma degree. We have reversed the relationship in her natural, uncivilized state she would have a strong dependency on the uncivilized Nate 123 male, and she would have a limited protective dependency toward her independent male offspring and would raise female offspring to be dependent like her. Nature had provided for this type of balance. Let me say that again. Nature had provided for this type of balance. We reverse nature by burning and we reverse nature by burning and dependent like we oh wait a minute. We reverse nature of this type by burning and pulling one civilized NIGGR apart. Wait a minute, let me say it again. We reverse nature by burning and pulling one civilized. Wait a minute, wait. We reverse nature by burning and pulling one civilized NIGG apart and bull whipping him. But wait a minute, didn't they say before? Take the meanest and the most restless. Wait a minute. The meanest and the most restless. The one with the style, the one with the finesse, the one who made you respect him. Because it say over here, we reverse nature by burning and pulling one civilized. Yeah. You can't raise your son to be a man that can think for itself, that knows how to elaborate, that don't take nothing and don't give nothing, but he ain't, man. So what did they do? And bull whipping the other to the point of death, all in her presence. Pulling one apart and bull whipping the other to the point of death, all in her presence. By her being left alone, unprotected, with male image destroyed, the ordeal caused her to move from her psychological dependent state to a frozen independent state. In this frozen psychological state of independence, she will raise her male and female offspring in reverse roles. For fear of the young man's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak and dependent but physically strong. Because she has become psychologically independent, she will train her female offspring to be psychologically independent as well. What have you got? You've got the 1, 2, 3 woman out front and a 1, 2, 3 man behind and scared. This is a perfect situation for sound sleep and economics. Before the breaking process, we had to be alert and on guard at all times. Now we can sleep slouts. Now we can sleep soundly, for out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us. Say it again. Now we can sleep soundly. Now we can sleep soundly, for out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us. He cannot get past her early infant slave molding process. He is good tool, now ready to be tied to the horse at a tender age. By the time a Nick 1, 2, 3 boy reaches the age of 16, he is soundly broken in and ready for a long life of sound and efficient work and the reproduction of a unit of good labor force. Continually through the breaking of uncivilized savage Nick 1, 2, 3 by throwing in Nick 1, 2, 3 female savage into a frozen psychological state of independence by killing the protective male image and by creating a submissive dependent mind of the Nick 1, 2, 3 male slave. We have created an orbiting cycle that turns on its own axis forever, unless a phenomenon occurs and reshift the position of the male and female savages. We show what we mean by example. We breed two males with two females. Then we take the males away from them and keep them moving and working. Say the female bears a 1, 2, 3 female, and the other bears a 1, 2, 3 male. Both females being without influence of the 1, 2, 3 male image, frozen with the independence psychologically, will raise him to be mentally dependent and weak, but physically strong. In other words, body over mind. We will mate and breed them and continue the cycle. That is good, sound, and long-range comprehensive planning. I'm going to say again, one more time. Two females left alone without the female, frozen with the independent psychology, will raise him to be mentally dependent and weak, but physically strong. In other words, mind, body over mind. We will mate and breed them and continue the cycle. Remember what I said before? We reverse nature by burning and pulling the civilized. One more time. What do you have today? Oh, these women are steady complaining about the men, and everybody's telling them that's because y'all raising them. What did we just tell? What did he just say? What did he just say? Frozen with the independent psychology will raise him to be mentally independent, mentally dependent and weak, but physically strong. In other words, body over mind. We will mate and breed him and continue the cycle. Don't think, follow the rules. Don't think, follow the rules. The rules is the J you see ain't a J, it's a G or a hey. One more time. Follow the rules. Earlier, we talked about the non-economic good of the horse and their wild or natural state. We talked about the principle of breaking and tying them together for orderly production. Furthermore, we talked about paying particular attention to the female savage and her offspring for orderly future planning. Then, more recently, we stated that by reversing the positions of the male and female savages, we had created an orbiting cycle that turns on its axis forever, unless phenom occurred and the reshifting of the positions of the male and female savages. Now, this is what they don't want y'all to see. This is what they don't want y'all to see. This is what y'all don't want y'all to see. Our experts warned us about the possibility of this phenomenon occurring, for they say if the mind has a strong drive to correct and recorrect itself over a period of time, if it can touch some substantial original historical base. The book of life, baby. The book of life, baby. The book of life. That book they call the Bible. The one that says feet of polished gold and hair the wood of a lamb. Yes, baby. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. The mind keeps correcting and recorrecting if it can touch upon an original base. And my base is the book of life, because that's what it calls itself. They put on their Bible because God lied them to them. But I know this Tower of Babel, God changed my forefathers' tongue. Not no white man. Ain't no white man got that kind of power over my blood. My bloodline is the original first bloodline. Can't do it. They ain't changed nothing. God said at the Tower of Babel, I'm going to change their tongue and then I'm going to scatter them the whole wide world one more time. But he said, Willie Lynch said, what did he say? 300 years. Guaranteed. That's the year 2000. 1712. That would be 2012, right? This is 2025. What's happening around you? What do you see? People are starting to wake up. All you got to do is now start seeing up to go to God in heaven and knowledge that the Jesus is their God. Let them have their Jesus. Stop looking at a J that you're not allowed to say. When he come from Jerusalem, born in Jerusalem, baptized by John, betrayed by Judas, stepdad named Joseph, king of the Jews. One more time. But you can't say Jesus, because when you say Jesus, then you can see Matthew 1:23. Emmanuel. When you can say Jesus, then you can see Acts 4:12. One name and one name only on the face of this earth that's guaranteed to get you to heaven. That would be the same nigga whose name means go with us. His name ain't meaning just go with us, just say me go with us. You call on that name, only one name amongst men, Acts 4:12. One more time. Now let's get on back here. He said, when you can touch upon a substantial original historic base, and they advise us that the best way to deal with the phenomena is to shave off the brute's mental history and then create a multiplicity of phenomena or illusions. What is the occasion? What is the Creole? What is a Latino? What is they? Oh, you mean them guys? Yo, homie. Yo. act like black, do everything, imitate everything a black man do. FBA, you imitate everything FBA do, and now you think that you better than who you imitate. One more time, you just an illusion. That's why they showing y'all today. This is 2025. Uh-huh. Yeah. 3/16/2025. I'll say again, 3/16/2025. One more time. Because I knowledge April as a new year. Because that's when she, through Go to Goals, start. April showers bring May flowers. That's when everything starts becoming new. I pay attention to what I see. That's why I see up. That's why I see up. One more time. That's why I see. I am the phenomenon. I am Imanuel in the flesh. I am here to teach those who wish to be taught. One more time. That's my job. He gave me the sight to see. Bam. Now, to shave off the brute's mental history and create a multiplicity of phenomena or illusions so that each illusion will twirl in its own orbit, something akin to floating balls in a vacuum. The creation of a multiplicity of phenomena or illusion entails the principles of crossbreeding, the earth and the horse, as we stated above, the purpose of which is to create a diversified division of labor, the result of which is severance of the points of original beginnings for each illusion. Since we feel that the subject matter may get more complicated as we proceed in laying down an economic plan concerning the purpose, reason, and effect of crossbreeding horses and the 1, 2, 3 earths, we lay down the following definitional terms for future generations. Number one, orbiting cycle means a thing turning in a given pattern. Two, axis means upon which or around which is a body turns. Three, phenomenon means something beyond ordinary conception and inspires awe and wonder. Four, multiplicity means a great number. Five, spear means a globe. Six, crossbreeding, a horse means taking a horse and breeding it with an ass. And you get a dumb, backwards ass, long-headed mule that is not reproductive nor productive by itself. Seven, crossbreeding in the earth means taking so many drops of good white blood and putting them into as many 1, 2, 3 earth women as possible, varying the drops by the various tones that you want, and then letting them breed with each other until cycle of colors appear as you desire. That's what the white folks from Mexico think. They the cycle of color that the white man desired. That's why he's showing you. Not. What this means is that put the earth and the horse in the breeding pot, mix some asses and some good white blood, and what do you get? You got a multiplicity of colors of ass, backwards, unusual, earth running, tied to the backwards ass, long-headed mules, the one productive of itself, the other sterile, the one constant, the other dying. We keep 1, 2, 3 earth constant, for we may replace the mule for another tool. Both mule and 1, 2 earth tied to each other, neither knowing where the other came from, and neither reproductive for itself nor without each other. One more time. I know where I come from. FBA know where we come from. See, I keep telling people, he told them 300 years. He said, I guarantee you 300. That would be 2012. He said, I guarantee you 300. That would be 2012. One more time. One more time. He said guarantee you 300. He get 2012. This is 2025, baby. The whole wide world is watching as FBA show. We are go to goals, chosen people. We are Israel. We are the true Israelites, the clan, thy children, the house of Israel. I'm going to say it again, the clan. For Yaakov, Jacob is the head, and the head with his 12 sons is 13. The clan, the original clan, Jacob is the head. His sons and his 12 sons makes it 13. The original 13. One more time. The family is 12 sons. The children, all of them are the children. Quote, unquote. One more time. He said when they can touch upon what? An original historical base. And mine's come from seeing up. When I asked him, who am I? And he said, look down. What color your feet? Now scratch your head and feel the wool of the lamb. You got any more questions? Now start from there. Start by going by what you see and stop letting people tell you that J that you're looking at can't possibly be Jesus. Why it can't possibly be Jesus? Because that's their God. Allah is their God. Buddha is their God. Jehovah is their God. Jesus is their God. Let them have it. One more time. Controlled language. Cross-breeding completed. For further severance from their original beginning, we must completely annihilate the mother tongue of both the and the new Mu and institute a new language that involves the new life's work of both. You know, language is a peculiar institution. It leads to the heart of people. The more a foreigner knows about the language of another country, the more he is able to move through all levels of that society. Therefore, if the foreigner is an enemy of the country to the extent that he knows the body of the language, to that extent is the country vulnerable to attack or invasion of a foreign culture. One more time. Let me say it again. Therefore, if the foreigner is an enemy of the country to the extent that he knows the body of the language, to that extent is the country vulnerable to attack or invaded of a foreign culture. Ain't they trying to tell you you're in America now, you need to know Spanish? Ain't they trying to tell you you're in America now? It used to be Mexico, so it needs to go back. It don't matter that they were sold. I sold you that car 20 years ago, and I'm back. I want my car back because you kept it that long and it still looked that good. I remember when I sold that to you. Give it back. Give me that car back because I want it back. Don't matter that I sold it to you. And don't matter that you done kept it and made it into what it is. You done took that and made it into what it is. Now I want it back. But wait a minute. I want here's the money back. What? Excuse me? Huh? You done took what I sold to you and made it better than when I had it, and now I want it back. One more time. What did it say? What did it say? Therefore, if the foreigner is an enemy of the country to the extent that he knows the body of the language, to that extent is the country vulnerable to attack or invasion of a foreign culture. Willie Lynch told you. But see, y'all didn't hear him. Y'all so busy stuck on the Nick 1, 2, 3 part. You didn't hear what he said. You made yourself vulnerable to what's right there by trying to tell them that they better than us. Now, for example, you take the slave. If you teach him all about your language, he will know all your secrets, and he is then no more a slave. That would be me. How? For you can't fool him any longer. And having a fool is one of the basic ingredients of and incidents to the making of the slavery system. One more time. I had to read that. And this is for those who want to have a choice. You can want to believe in what they tell you, or you can want to believe in what you see, what you hear. One more time. One more time. I keep telling people, this is how I roll. See, this is how I roll. I roll like this. See, this is how I roll. See, mother tongue. Oh, my bad. Kiswahili. Swahili is our mother tongue. Kiswahili, I forgot about that. Kiswahili is the mother tongue. One more time. That's why they telling you they made it. Oh, we made. I just told. But anyway, I told you at the Tower of Babel. I already told you at the Tower of Babel. Go to gold. Change our tongue. Change my forefathers' tongue. One more time. Because ain't no white man. What did he say? Completely destroy their tongue? No, God of God said, I'm going to let you do that. He gave Willie Lynch the key. Here you go. Here you go. And Willie Lynch gave him the key. Willie Lynch told him 300. But see, they don't understand. That's all you get. You got your 3. Now, people starting to see up. Real people going to start seeing up. Real people going to see Emmanuel, whose name ain't God with us. Matthew 1:23. Real people going to see the Acts. 4:12 says, there's one God. There's one name given to men on earth. Get you to heaven. One name on earth. One name given to men on earth. And there's only one name that means God with us. One more time. Excuse me. Oh. I wasn't planning on being here this long, but I had to read that. I had to get that out of my system because as this times is changing and people is seeing it, it's up to you. You can believe in that if you want to. See, I know the Willie Lynch letter because that's why black people, oh, he got lynched, oh, he got lynched. 2025, he got lynched, he got lynched, he got. But when it comes to a white man or anybody like that, they're gonna say, They only say lynch when it comes to me. Excuse me? Willie Lynch told him. Just like when I was growing up, you didn't call another black man boy. But they do it now. They do it now with pride and glory. They got pride and glory in calling each other boy. One more time, what did he tell them? Don't worry about the this generation, it's the future generation. Because see, my generation, you didn't call another black man boy. That was in the 70s. 2025, you call another black man boy with pride and honor. Imagine that. But you know, Willie Lynch, it's a lie. It ain't real. It's make-believe. Excuse me. Excuse me. You could not call me a boy in the 70s. And you can't call me a boy today. Because I will tell you quick, fast, and nervous. Excuse me. No. My brother. I had some of the youngsters. My boy, no. My brother. No. They ain't saying it in a derogatory manner. That's why I don't get upset with them. See? I don't get upset with them for saying boy. Because that's part of their repertoire. I grew up. You said that. You said it disrespectful. Now one more time. But Willie Lynch ain't real. It's all make-believe. Okay. Keep on letting somebody tell you what you see and what you see. Jesus ain't Jesus. It's Jesus or Jesus. Jesus ain't Jesus. It's Jesus or Jesus. It's on you. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. Just like I did today. You got a choice. You can understand what I just read and see it because it's right out there for you to see. They show a black woman all the time. When they show a black man. In a submissive manner. Exactly. Because he ain't allowed to think. You better not. If you start thinking, what's wrong with you? Have you left? What? You ain't allowed to do that. You're allowed to follow whatever they tell you. See? I know. Because I'm the only man on the face of this earth that look at Jesus and say Jesus. Because I think Jesus. When I see it, I think Jesus. I don't think Jesus. I don't think Jesus. Because I know what I see. And what I see has nothing to do with me. That's theirs. You can have that. One more time. You can have Allah. You can have Buddha. You can have Jehovah. And you can have Jesus. One more time. In the name of Emmanuel, whose name means God with us. Matthew 1:23. In the name of Emmanuel, Acts 4:12. One name given to men on earth that is guaranteed to get you to heaven. Trip. Seas. Trip. Seas. Trip. Seas. Go on. Collect it. WWW. Whole wide world. Amani kutoka. You. Peace from above. In the name of Emmanuel. In the name of Emmanuel, Matthew 1:23, Acts 4:12.